Saika, the reverse side of the coin. The most famous symbol of Japan is the cherry blossom. The flower blooms once a year, but it takes 3 years to grow. In other words, there's always another year until you can see the blossoms. In Japan, this symbolizes patience, or so it has been said. The cherry blossoms symbolize beauty and fragility. The flowers fall after they bloom, and then they disappear, leaving behind a cold, lonely season. The Japanese people love flowers and are fond of cherry blossom festivals. It is said that the Japanese have a more profound love for the cherry blossom than the people of any other country in the world. Cherry blossom festivals are held all over Japan, and they are very popular. There is also a famous tale about a man who was loved by the cherry blossoms, and he spent his days weeping for his lost love. The tale is still popular today, and it's also become the name of a famous Japanese music band. The Japanese are also known for their love of the moon. They hold moon viewing parties on a regular basis. When they first begin to see the moon, they clap and cheer. They call out to the moon and welcome it. The Japanese have a deep-rooted connection with the moon. When I think back on it now, I remember a specific incident where I learned that the Japanese really love the moon. When I was 10 years old, my family and I moved to a small city in central Japan. At the time, we had no money and we lived in poverty. I don't think I can express in words how hard life was for us at that time. My father worked day and night to make a living, but we were never rich. I used to work part-time jobs every day, too. We weren't alone in the hard times we were going through. I heard from my older brother that many families around us were struggling just like we were. In order to survive, we all had to help each other out. I would work a part-time job, and then I would go to the library after that. When I got home, I would make dinner for my brother. My brother was 10 years older than me, and he had already started working as a truck driver. He was an amazing man. Even though he was older than me, he was still studying. He studied very hard and took exams to get into college. The only thing he couldn't do was play an instrument or sing. That's why he would come home from work and practice the guitar every day. He was also trying to learn piano and violin, but he wasn't making much progress with those. I remember hearing my father say something interesting once. A man's fate is decided at the moment he is born. If you want to do something, you have to do it. It doesn't matter if you have the talent or not. I knew my brother had a lot of talent. Even though he couldn't play an instrument or sing, he could draw amazing pictures. His drawings were beautiful and realistic, and they looked like paintings. He even tried to sell them once, but no one wanted to buy them. He even gave some of them to the local elementary school, but no one showed any interest in them. My brother was smart and talented, and yet he didn't have anything to show for his efforts. I remember he often talked about giving up, but he never did. He kept trying his best. He had a great future ahead of him. After I got home from work, I would start to study Japanese. I was learning to speak the language every single day, but I wasn't good at it. I was really bad at reading and writing. It seemed impossible for me to master the Japanese language, so I decided I would never be able to become a professional writer. One day, my older brother came home from work and found me looking through a book. He told me to stop studying and to get out of the house. He said I shouldn't bother with studying because I wasn't going to be able to do it anyway. He told me to get out of the house and go play with my friends. I was shocked by what he said. I had never expected him to tell me something like that. He didn't seem like the type of person who would be so mean to his own younger brother. But he was. I could never forget what he had told me that day. My brother worked every day until late into the night, but he still came home every day before the sun rose. He always wanted to make breakfast for my mother. Every day, he would come home and start cooking. Then he'd call out for my mother, and she'd come downstairs. "Morning," he would say. My mother would get out of bed and come into the kitchen. "What's for breakfast today?" she would ask. My brother would tell her what he wanted to cook. He was always trying something new, and he was always having a good time cooking. Every single day was fun for him.